So my F-150 crowd absolutely loved the CarABC Sync 3 touchscreen. That big 12-inch screen. Yeah, they absolutely loved it. Y'all check that video out right there if you got an F-150. But for the Mustang crowd with the 2015 Sync 2, yeah, they were kind of left in the dark for years because just like forgotten. You know, 2016, 2017 and up got the Sync 3. Well, Mustangs with the 2015 model year, they only had the Sync 2, which was terrible as far as no CarPlay. Well, we got some CarPlay action from CarABC, guys. So opening the box up, I want you guys to notice that this is not some plug and play device. There is an install behind this. You see all the wiring, there's the board, and there's the brain unit. The wires are plug and play, but the board will have to be integrated into your Sync 2. So let's get on with the install. So first we got to gain access to the Sync 2 touchscreen and remove it from the dash. So we're going to take these pieces off right here beside the glove box and the main large panel with the air conditioner vents above the radio. Disconnect this electronic connector and set it over to the side or outside the vehicle. Next, we're going to remove these two 7mm bolts on top of the touchscreen right here. There's a little plastic panel right below the touchscreen, and mine says shaker, which is the stereo system. We're going to take a door pin puller and remove that. Now you got two more 7mm bolts right there. We're going to remove those as well. Carefully, you want to pull out on the top and go down to the bottom and pull as well, but you're going to lift up. Now guys, if you don't want to take this all the way out, you can just lay it back. If you got trouble getting these clips loose all the way, you can just lay it back because we have access to what we need right now. And now we're going to take the 7mm bolts on the side of the screen loose. So that's all we need. We don't really need to remove this full panel. When I lower this faceplate down right here, you can see the Ford Sync 2 brain unit mounted to the back, and there's two electrical connections we'll need to remove. So now we've got to open it up and gain access inside it. So I'm going to use a Torx bit right here for these screws on the side. That removes the mounting ears, and then you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a pretty small one, to take the screws off of the casing and the green board. Here are these small Phillips head screws I was talking about. You'll have to remove several from all four sides. Here we've got 2 factory ribbon cables that'll have to be removed from the green board only. You'll see there's a locking tab right here on this large ribbon cable. Right there, you just flip that entire bar up and it will release the ribbon, just like that. Now we're going to use CarABC's green board right here and integrate it into the factory sync green board. We got to remove these 3 screws right here on the factory green board. Put this right down on here. And then we're going to replace this right in the middle. Want to use the supplied screws with their kit. They're a little bit longer instead of the ones you removed earlier. You want to be real careful you don't deviate from that screw and scratch this board, because those are extremely delicate soldered connections and electronic pieces. You want to be sure, take your time. This is not that hard, guys. I know it looks it, but it's really not. All right, so now we've used the longer screws. We've got both boards coupled together. Okay, so here's your existing connections for these. But what we're going to do is they supplied 2 ribbon cables right here. And we're going here and here. And we're going to connect it up here and up here. So it's going here to here, here to here, like that. And then your factory cables will go in the top slot. So we want to make sure we don't put the black ribbon facing up. You want the white facing up. Carefully, a lot of guys make the mistake. I know they've reached out to me about the F-150 design, and they're like, my AC heat's not working. I can't do this, can't do that. 9 times out of 10, they install the ribbon cable wrong. They just get it halfway in there and either forget to lock it, or they don't have it positioned correctly, because each one of these little ribs has a connection point. So you've got to be careful with this. This thing has to be super straight. Then you clip that locking mechanism in just like that. Make sure that blue line is straight across. If it's at an angle, you've not got it in properly. Now we want to fold it. Go to that top slot. Push down on it. Even blue line. Perfect. Just like this one. You got a little fold in your ribbon cable. Make sure it's not kinked or anything. That way you can push down this way or up that way. It's just got a roll in it. You want the shiny side up or the label side up. Just like this, and we're going down in there, and we're going to push those locking tabs down. There we go. Now we're going to take the top portion, go into the top. So we have to unlock that little pin, that locking device, and then go right in there, just like that. Now we've got to push up. There it is, locked in. So you got a little roll right here as well. Try to show you guys. You want to push that inside here first. That loops over the top just like that, and push that locking mechanism down in. It'll clip in just like that. Same with this. You got to make sure this little flap is up. Come over the top. That right there. Clip it into place. Now they're going to supply you with several pieces of wire and wiring connections. You want to take this one with a little rectangle and then a spade connector. The spade connector is going to connect. We're going to stretch this out. Spade connector with the little locking portion straight up, exactly where I'm putting it, right here. Here it clip into place. And then we're going to route this wire loom out up here. We'll take great caution not to pinch this wire. So it's going to exit right here where this little cutout spot is, and we're going to fold this over. I guess this will be easier to do it like this. Yeah. Taking great care also not to flatten those ribbon cables. I think I'm going to go around this way with it. Yeah. There we go. This is going to sit down right inside there. I'm pushing this down on there, just the outer casing, making sure everything lines up. And you're going to notice, you're going to be like, man, that's awful tight around that. I've seen some guys cut that, but when they do, they make the edge even sharper. So if it bothers you, take a flathead screwdriver, maybe a little larger one than I have, and go in and fold this out a little bit, just a little bit. Just give it a little breathing room so it doesn't pinch the wires quite as bad. But I think they're fine. I don't see an issue with that. Now replace all the factory Phillips head screws back in the casing. Now we can put our brain unit back on the back. Now that we've got those torque screws mounting the sync brain to the screen, got this one cable coming out, plus all of these other cables we're going to the car to reinstall. Real quick, before we head to the car right here to install everything, these switches are very, very important that you get everything in position for your application. So for me, mine is a manual with a backup camera, and I'm going to set these accordingly. But if yours is automatic, if there's a few different parameters you want to follow, but I do know off is up and on is down. So if you want to turn something on, like number 1, you'll push it down. Number 6, if it's off, it'll be up, and so forth. So it's going to look like a jigsaw puzzle with all this wiring, but they only go into the design ports. So take your time. We'll all work it out. So this right here is going into the brain. It's gonna jump off into where this used to go into the brain. So it's gonna tap in there and it's gonna Y or T that off. Once you connect all the wiring harnesses, you want to push the CarABC brain unit back up in the dash and bolt all the trim panels back up with the clips and the 7mm bolts. When you turn the accessory switch for the first time, it'll take it a couple minutes to update, and once it finishes, you won't see CarPlay automatically. You'll still see the Ford Sync 2 screen. Now hold down the right facing arrow on the steering wheel control for 2 seconds. This will activate the CarPlay. The neat thing is, now you can use it as wired or wireless CarPlay. So I got links in the description below. Just click on them. It'll take you straight to CarABC. Pick up yours today. Catch you on the next one. Later, guys.